everyone, in today's video I'm going to talk about the essential planner accessories for functional and effective planning, and I'm going to share with you the things that I use for my daily planning sessions. And if you are interested in those products, you can always check out the description box below for you to purchase those items. If you are into planning and organization videos, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to be notified of my future videos. Okay, so just so you know, I am using the planner Hobonichi, and I have also the A5 methodology in my planner as well. So I have a few things here, but I will go by category. So first of all, I will talk about the stationery that I'm using. So I am using the highlighters in my planners. Let's look at why I'm using highlighters in the first place. What I do is I like to categorize my meetings and the things that I am supposed to do on that week. So what I have is, like, for example, this is the health section, so I highlight them into yellow, and the gray sections are for my work stuff, and the meetings I also highlight them in gray. When you highlight all these items, you have a category that when you look at it, you will know exactly what you're supposed to be doing on that specific time. So I really like to use the zebra midliner because they have beautiful colors, and I have color coding for my planner as well. So you can have a color coding of your own to ensure that your planning system is efficient. So now, other than that, I also use these Tombow foot, I think it's called Fudon Suke. I am using this to beautify my planner. For example, I don't do an extensive decoration on my planner. You know, these are things I use washi tapes and some stickers in here to indicate the separate section on my planner. But there are days where I don't really have time to decorate. So what I do is I just simply use this pen to write the category, which is the priority, work, home, and notes. So I don't spend time doing the decoration like I have done in my previous work. So these are the decoration stickers that I use. Next is the friction point knock pens. So the beauty of these pens are they are erasable. So I am using this to jot down the meeting in my planner, because you know sometimes the meeting tend to change. I mean, if I use a permanent pen, definitely it's going to make my planner look hideous. There's another method to it, which I can always stick the rescheduled stickers, but there are times where other things are planned within the same day and I will end up having no space at all. So what I do is now I am using these friction pens to write down the appointments, and then when the appointment is postponed or cancelled, I will just simply erase them and write down another meetings that comes up on that specific day. So I do also write down postponed using the same friction planner as well, just to, you know, if there are no other meetings that comes on top of it. But I tend to leave the previous meetings that was planned for, because sometimes we will be thinking how many times the meeting was postponed. All I do is I just simply flip through the pages and I'll know exactly that it was postponed like twice or thrice, and we know whether we are doing something effective in our work in the office. So that's what I'm using the friction planner pen for. I don't use them in my regular daily planning because I find that this pen is not bright enough for me, and when you erase them and you write on top of it, sometimes the ink is not so visible. So I don't like to use it as my daily planning, because I want my daily planning pages to be really bright and prominent for me to just take a look at it and I'll know exactly what my plans are on that particular day. So I use the Acroball 0.5. This is a pilot pen. I just love this pen a lot because it's a ball pen and it writes so smooth, and my writing is just awesome when I write using this pen. So this is available in 3 colors, which is the black, blue, and red. And they also have a pencil section here, which I'm not using as much. So this is called the Acroball 3+1 0.5. Once again, I will leave the link at the description box below, so you can go ahead and purchase these items if you're interested to it. Okay, so that's one of the pen that I use. I also use the V-Corn and the Klena Energel, which is from Pentel, and this is from Pilot Japan, V-Corn 0.5. These two pen, I use it at my horizontal weekly section. The reason why I use it here because the writing is so clear and bright, and I just love to look at this page actually, compared to my other pages, which I'm using the Acroball. So I feel like they are not as bright. Can you see? They are not as bright as I want them to be, and the moment I color on them, once again the colors, the writing just flashed them out. So I feel like these are brighter and it stands out to me to see what I'm doing on that particular time on that day. So I really, really love this pen for it, especially the V-Corn. The V-Corn is the brightest of all. So do check them out if you have a similar thought process like I do as well. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Another set of pen that I'm using is the fountain pen. This is my Pen Lux limited edition that I just love because of the barrel. I will post a review on this pen soon. I just love them, and I did use this fountain pen in my planner with a cursive writing. It's just excellent to use this pen for that. And you might be wondering that fountain pen is kind of tedious to use because it just smudges so terribly. Whenever I'm using the fountain pen, I always tend to smudge. My hand and my page will look so horrible because, so in order to avoid the smudges, what I'm using is the Private Reserve ink. This ink is really, really good because it doesn't smudge as easily as other inks that I use. So as you can see here, I did use this in here, and as I write them, it just dries off pretty fast and I don't have that smudging problem. And this is an oil-based pen. I know that there are sticky notes from cloth and paper or any other sticky notes that have a transparent surface. You can't use the regular pen on it because it just won't stick. So you need to use an oil-based pen for it. Found this, and this is called the Gundam marker GM01 200. It just has a very, very tiny point, and when I write on them, it just writes really well. There you go. I will just show you how it is when I'm trying to write using a regular pen. So this is the V-Con, it's bright. So I will try to write them here. So as you can see, it's smudged. Whereas this one, it doesn't smudge. It's really good. So you need to use oil-based pen for this kind of transparent sticky notes. So, well, since I'm already talking about the sticky notes, let me tell you what sort of sticky notes that I'm using. So I have the page flag, the circle page flag. All these are from cloth and paper subscription box. And I also use these sticky notes. So the page flags is great if you want to, you know, just maybe plan something that is not definitive. For example, I need to pick up some police report, so I will just it just kept changing because I was busy with work and I couldn't go to the police station to take my report. Because it's not something permanent, what I do is I will just simply move them from here. Let's say I have planned it on 11th of May, but I couldn't do it on that day because I'm busy, and then I plan it here on 20th of May. I can just keep moving them until I find a day which I actually do task. So that's one way to use it, and another way to use it is I also use it for postponed. If the thing is postponed, an event is postponed, I will stick them there first, just in case if they suddenly say, oh, we don't postpone it, we decided to go ahead and proceed with the meeting, then I can just simply remove this postponed flag away and the meeting section will be there. As I mentioned earlier, if I want to know how many times that meeting has been postponed, all I could do is just flip them down and see, oh, this is the meeting that was postponed before, you know? So I don't have to erase them using my pen, just to keep track of the meetings that has been planned in my office. So this is another page flag set that I'm using, but this is the circle, right? So I'm using this for as a tagging. So this is a great way to tag your planners. So for example, this is an A5 Stylogy that I'm using at work. So what I'm using this for is to tag my page that I'm doing, like today, the division list, the discussion that I have. Very easy for me to just look at these items. Like for example, if I want to go to the today page, all I need to do is just take a look at it, and there it is. I also use them on my Filofax Malden, where I have tagged pretty much all the section that I'm having, like goals, habit tracker, tasks, month, affirmation, and project, wish list, and notes. So this is really a perfect way to tag your planner, because, and the best part is, let's say you don't want to, you are moving this month plan to another section, you can just simply remove this item and place it in another place and have a proper arrangement system in your planner. So I feel like I prefer this way to tab my planner compared to having a permanent you know, the divider which already have those tab section. So I don't like that as much, because you can't really play around with the placement of those pages. Now that's done. Okay, another thing, oh, sticky notes. Okay, these sticky notes I'm using for something important, maybe a follow-up things that occurs at my work. Let me show you how I use them. So this is one example of the sticky notes that I'm using at work, a follow-up section. So this is, I also have a circle sticky note. Again, I wrote down some follow-up section. So what I do is, when I have a discussion with my boss, and then she tells me something to do, but I don't have time to write them in my master list. So what I do is I just simply take the sticky notes and paste them in here, write down what are the things that I'm supposed to follow up. And at the end of the week, when I am supposed to follow up on those things, I will just take them out and then write them down on my master list, just to keep track of the items that I'm supposed to do for the following week. So these sticky notes are really helpful in that sense. Another type of stickers that you could use is these kind of icon stickers, which there are a lot of people selling these kind of icon stickers. Like I have an icon for paying bills, for grocery shopping, for vacation. Well, right now you can't have much of vacation, looking at the current situation. For online purchasing, car washing. There's like a lot of selection for you to just simply choose the icons that you need. So I like this type of icons for my planning, because I don't have to write them down. I just simply, you know, stick it, and then I will know exactly what am I supposed to be doing on that day. Like for example, these are the example of stickers that I use to pay bills, to film, for blogging, for my workout. So it just makes the page looks more aesthetic actually. So if you're in a mood to do your planning, maybe having them attractive like this will create your intention to do a planning. So that's what exactly for me. I know that sometimes, some days that I don't feel like planning, but just thinking about, oh, I'm going to make my pages look a bit more attractive and aesthetic, so I will just have the mood to plan all of a sudden, because I get to play creative while planning. So these are the example of ways that I use them, because sometimes I just don't write them. I just put the sticky notes, and I know exactly that I'm supposed to be running on that day. Some days are weight section. This is my YouTube, coffee time, break, and folding clothes. You know, there are plenty of choices for you to choose which type of stickers do you want. If you are interested on the stickers that I'm using, I will put a link at the description box below for you to just take a look what are the available options out there. So another stickers that I have like to use is this kind of transparent stickers. I bought this from China actually, and they have like, you know, different set of colors. This is not the only one I have. I have another 3 more sets with a different color entirely. What I use them is to mark specific dates. So these are the dates where I get to work from office. So I will just highlight them by using the transparent stickers for a better understanding on the days I work. Another stickers that I use is these tiny stickers as well, to indicate, like yellow is the day where I take my holiday, purple is some report, orange is internal due, and red is for external due, dates, and so on. So you can have pretty much any system that you want using these stickers to track on certain items. So as you can see, calendar does not have much space, so I can't be writing down the due dates, right? So when I put these stickers, I know exactly that, oh, this due is for the TNI, and this color is for an internal report that I'm supposed to be doing. So it's very easy, and whenever I'm doing planning, I know exactly what are the things that I'm supposed to be working on that is due for that week or that month. Another type of stickers that I use is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are using this as well. I use the washi tapes to, create a divider, make my pages looks better. For example, here is one way of using my washi tapes, where I set a divider to have a separate section for my weekly planning, and these are the tasks that I would be doing on that particular day. So another example, I use other thinner washi tapes to create a division as well. Okay, so I use the colorful washi tapes to decorate my daily pages. Because there are wordings here that are in Japanese, so, well, of course, it doesn't make sense to me. So what I do is I just simply put a washi tapes on it to cover those words. Okay, so now that I'm done with the stickers, let's talk about the clips that I'm using in my planner. So the first clips that I would like to recommend to you is the Ollie clips, because it is magnetic. And they have a lot of different set of colors that you could choose from that are really attractive. These are my examples. Okay, how I'm using them is whenever I plan, when you don't have these stickers, you tend to have like, oh, where's the page, right? You have to go like one by one and get to the date that you specifically want, isn't it? So like here, oh god, I have removed the clip, the Ollie clips. Let me see. Okay, so this is the month. Let's say this is okay. June is the month that I'm using. So what I do is, in order for me to get directly to the page, so what I'll do is I will just simply, oh, this is the clip. So what I'll do is I will just have clips here. So I know this is the month that I'm working on. So what I do is, to have a look at my weekly, I will just turn the page and I'm already on that page. So I don't have to waste my time by checking where is the page that I'm looking for, right? So even like, for example, like for today, there you go. I've already have the today's page in here. And another set of clip that you can use is this one. This one I got from, it's a huge clip. This one I got from the Smiggles. While I do say that this clip is okay, but this clip tend to have a mark on my page, so I'm not a big fan of this. But what I use is to ensure that the page doesn't flip, or when it's too windy or the fan is too strong, it tends to move the page. So what I'll do is I'll just put them here and it won't flip. Okay, so it's entirely up to you whether you want this or this. I like this better because it looks pretty and it's just easy to remove. I also have been using the the clips here in my Filofax Molden, as you can see, just to get straight to the pages that I want. So I used to check this daily routine regularly, and I also want to mark down my priorities. So what I will do is I just have the clips already in here. I can straight away take a look, start marking down on my habit tracking system. Now let's move on to other type of accessories, which is the covers. So this is the cover that I'm using for my planner. This is the Filofax Folio. You can use other type of covers. This is also another Filofax, but this one is of course the binding system. Okay, and so other type of planner covers that I have is the Kiki K. I'm not sure whether you've heard of this. This is quite famous also, but this is also a binding system that I have. But this is a very old planner. I have this. This one is from Yacht and Leather Smith. I really love this planner as well. I was using this last year. for this year I decided to move on to the Filofax folio. And if you are using something small, I can also recommend wallet type of planner covers. This one I'm using for my Hobonichi weeks. This could be work in dual way, where it's a planner, it's a wallet and also a planner cover. So here I just put in my cards. I have slots here and more slots here. The best part is it is adjustable. This is perfect. So let's say my wallet tend to get big, I will just adjust it, or pull this flap out and make it a lot bigger. So another accessories that is also important is have a separate notebook. So this is my planner where I plan stuff, right? But of course, there are things that you need to jot down, something important maybe, some ideas, some master list that may not have enough space on your main planner. What you can do is have a different notebook to jot all of those things down. So I actually jot things that is related to my work, which I have to regularly look it up in this Stilogy A5. My meeting minutes also goes in here, which I jot down the page. So on that particular day, I will just write them down. Okay, these are the page that I have my meeting notes, which is the page 176 for the meeting of this. So I will just go ahead and turn to that particular page to see what is the meeting minutes for that day. And even discussions that I need to have with my boss, I will not write them down in the planner because I don't have space, because while we are talking, she'll give me more information. I'm not going to write them down on my planner, which eventually I'm going to run out of space. I like to have some clarity in the daily page section. If you have your discussions all written in here, you are not going to be able to identify what task that you are working on, because it's going to be like a huge mess on your planner. So that's why I prefer to have the daily page section strictly for the task and some important notes. This planner is, as you can see, is just messy because I'm just free to write whatever I want in here. So the meeting minutes, the notes, discussions, and orders that was given by my boss, I write them in a different pen just to, bring that out. Green, blue, red, it's kind of messy. It's all over the place, as you can see, because this page is this book is really meant for dumping all the information on. I can just take a look at it, and I can just refer to the past notes and get to it. Really hope that this book will actually last longer so that I don't have to change them. And another stationery that I highly recommend is ruler. This is the Hobonichi ruler that I'm using, but I'm sure there are other stencil ruler that you can use for your planner. I like to have this is because it has the small boxes, small circles, and other styles as well. So these lined things I actually use for my schedules. So these are the meetings. So what I do is, to identify the time, I will just put them circle on that time and then write what meeting I'm supposed to be doing on that. So that's about it. I think I pretty much talked to you on all the essential planner accessories that I'm using for my effective and functional planning system. I hope that it is useful to you, and I will post the link to all the things that I've talked about at the description box below. Do go and take a look at it if you are interested in some of the things that you want to purchase. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell, so to be updated on my upcoming videos. If you want to ask any questions, do post them at the comment box below. And if you can also reach me at the Instagram Hitch and Hitched. I do reply to my DMs much faster than I reply to them in my YouTube channel. So hope you enjoyed this video and have a great planning session. Bye!